Hi, my name is Liliana Johnson. Today I'll be teaching you guys what the AARDA is, what are autoimmune diseases, and how you can get directly involved in aiding to finding a cure. Having to wake up every morning, not knowing whether or not you can get out of the bed, is difficult. It's even more difficult when you can't even sleep throughout the entire night because of constant trips to the bathroom. There was once a time when my mom was once just like you and me. She would ride every ride at the amusement parks, she would run in marathons, she'd even play Just Dance with my sisters and I. That was until 7 years ago when she got diagnosed with her first autoimmune disease. Now, she has five. There were times where she'd be in so much pain that all she could do was just lie down in bed all day or attempt to go to the hospital, but that was no help because they knew just as much as she did. Because of that, growing up, it was really difficult because that was my mom. What I began to do is I researched for possible cures and remedies to soothe away her pains. Ultimately, I was able to find nothing, but what I was able to find was the AARDA, the American Autoimmune Related Diseases Association. Now, today I'll be teaching you guys what is the AARDA and what is autoimmune diseases and how you are able to get directly involved by being a public advocate, by sharing awareness, and also donating funds. Now, you're probably wondering, what are autoimmune diseases? According to healthline.com, autoimmune diseases are a condition in which the body mistakenly attacks the healthy blood cells. There are currently no actual reasons as to why they occur in the first place, but what doctors do know is that they can pass down through genetics, and there are even cases in which they can be caused by some sort of traumatic experience to the body. There are also smaller cases in which they lie inside of you, underlying for many years, and uncover themselves later on in your life. There are also no cures to autoimmune diseases, but there are medicines and there are natural remedies in order to alleviate the pain and manage the disease at bay. There are over 100 various types of autoimmune diseases that affect different parts of the body. And right here are three. The first is which it directly affects the spine and your walking. The second is which involves your eye and your sight. And the third is an regular bladder versus a bladder with autoimmune disease. All three of those autoimmune diseases affect your life traumatically. And I mean, not just something that's small, but something as big as living your life normal until just in a matter of years having to change the way you do everything and the way you eat, the way you talk. It's very difficult. Now that you understand what autoimmune diseases are, you're probably wondering, why should you support AARDA in the first place? Not many people know what autoimmune diseases are because of the lack of sharing awareness and the lack of funds and research that goes to it. Because of that, there are many Americans, right now even, that are in so much pain that it's unbearable. And that's a lifelong experience that they have to deal with and have to manage with medicine. These autoimmune diseases take away simple things from them, such as walking and seeing and even using the restroom. Going along with their life basically being torn apart from them, it also affects their mental health as well. Because they are loaded up with medicines in order to manage their conditions, these medicines affect them harder than most. It makes them feel worthless, not as a full person. It makes them feel cheated inside of life. Because of these reasonings, there are plenty of them that would do anything to find a cure, but without the research and proper funding that they need, that's not going to happen. But what you can do is what I'm going to explain to you next. Now that you understand what autoimmune diseases are and why you should support the AARDA, I'm going to explain to you what is the AARDA. The American Autoimmune Related Diseases Association is a national nonprofit organization, but it's also a national health agency that aids into finding the cure for autoimmune diseases. They work directly in order to be supportive financially, emotionally, physically, medically, for the individuals and their families affected by autoimmune diseases. The way that you were able to help and support this cause is just by simply attending their social events. And I mean like marathons every year. And another way that you can do it is by spreading the awareness. Just by letting others know is something that's big and can dramatically change the funding and how much is actually being researched towards finding the cure. There are also other ways that you can be a part of it too by being an advocate, supporting someone who's inside of it, who actually deals with this daily. Just by supporting them is enough for them. Just by helping and wanting to help out, you are alleviating the suffering and the socioeconomic cause of autoimmunity inside of the hurting Americans in America. Now that you actually understand what are autoimmune diseases, what is AARDA, and how you can help and get involved, now you know that you can help around your fellow hurting Americans. The resources that I use today is www.healthline.com, www.rarediseases.org, and www.aarda.org. Thank you for your time and dedication. I really hope that you're able to go out and help a whole bunch of people. There are Americans suffering from this, and just with your small help of spreading the awareness, you are helping a lot more than you think. Thank you.